A few minutes ago, the coordinator of the partisan movement in Ukraine, Alexander Lebedev, reported details of a successful operation by Russian forces on the territory of the Odessa region, as a result of which NATO and the armed forces of Ukraine suffered serious losses. According to him, on July 4, Russian missile forces, together with the aerospace forces, launched an effective missile strike on the Odessa region, destroying a significant number of enemy manpower and heavy equipment. As it turned out, the main blow was inflicted on the port city of Chernomorsk, which is located 20 kilometers from Odessa. At the same time, it is reported that Russian Iskander-M ballistic missiles hit their targets guided by a tip from pro-Russian partisans, who, the day before this missile attack, informed the Russian military about the arrival of a group of foreign mercenaries and a new batch of Western heavy military equipment, along with dozens of 155mm artillery shells. According to the main coordinator of the partisan movement in Ukraine, Alexander Lebedev, on July 4, at 4 p.m. Moscow time, one of the Russian Iskander-M ballistic missiles hit an administrative building in the port area of the city. It is reported that a Russian ballistic missile hit the building at the very moment when the newly arrived foreign mercenaries were there. It was later revealed that these were mostly British and American citizens. According to the Odessa partisans, as a result of this missile attack, 18 foreign mercenaries were killed. At the same time, the partisans claim that the death toll will increase every day, as more than 30 foreign mercenaries were admitted to hospitals in Odessa and Chernomorsk with wounds of varying severity. Just 15 minutes after the first strike, the second Russian Iskander-M ballistic missile struck and destroyed a classified warehouse of the armed forces of Ukraine, which was also located in the port area of the city. According to the Odessa partisans, as a result of this missile strike, several units of Western multiple-launch rocket systems, infantry fighting vehicles, and shells for Western artillery systems were destroyed. The coordinator of the partisan movement in Ukraine, Alexander Lebedev, claims that immediately after this missile attack, agents of the Security Service of Ukraine, together with CIA and MI6 agents, detained all employees of the city port. The detainees are suspected of transferring valuable data to the Russian military. Their mobile phones and laptops were seized. Their houses were searched. It is reported that as of July 7, 2024, some of the detainees were released, as it was not possible to prove their guilt. By the way, many Western military experts and analysts have noticed that for the last 10 days, Russian ballistic and cruise missiles have been hitting military targets in the Odessa region almost every day. It is noteworthy that at the end of June, a Russian ballistic missile also hit a military facility of the armed forces of Ukraine, in the port area of Odessa. Surprisingly, the day after this missile strike on Odessa, the death of a retired two-star Marine General William Mullen was announced in the United States. It is reported that the body of the American general was allegedly found on the territory of the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center, located near the city of 29 Palms, California. This military facility is the largest military base of the United States Marine Corps. The U.S. Marines undergo specialized training at this military base to perform assigned tasks in all parts of the world. How a retired U.S. general ended up on the territory of a strategically important military facility with high multi-level protection remains a mystery. Moreover, the U.S. authorities still refuse to announce the official cause of death of retired two-star Marine General William Mullen. All this has further increased the suspicions of experts and analysts worldwide. Many experts and analysts are sure that the retired U.S. general died in Odessa, along with other foreign mercenaries, as a result of a direct hit by a Russian ballistic missile. In addition, the suspicion of independent experts and analysts is also further enhanced by the fact that the number of mysterious deaths of NATO soldiers and officers has almost doubled in Western countries. Many NATO countries declare the mysterious death of their soldiers and officers after almost every massive Russian missile attack on the territory of Ukraine. At the same time, the military leaders of the NATO countries claim that their soldiers allegedly die as a result of accidents, and that their deaths are in no way connected with the fighting in Ukraine. In any case, we must admit that if General William Mullen really died in Odessa, official Washington bears no responsibility in terms of international law, since this U.S. general was retired at the time of his death. Returning to the missile attack on Ukraine, it is also worth noting that on the night of July 6, Russian missiles also hit a strategically important facility in the Sumy region. Even though the Ukrainian authorities refused to say what exactly the Russian missiles hit, representatives of the partisan movement said that it was the Sumy chemical industry plant. As it turned out, Ukrainian and NATO military engineers produced cluster munitions for multiple launch rocket systems on the territory of this plant. It is reported that as a result of this attack, Russian missiles completely destroyed two large workshops on the territory of this plant. As of July 7, a large fire at the territory of this plant is still ongoing. Firefighters cannot start extinguishing the fire due to the high threat of repeated detonation of missiles, produced and stored in these workshops. Unfortunately, there is no exact data yet on exactly how many Ukrainian and NATO military engineers died as a result of this missile attack. However, according to representatives of the partisan movement and numerous witnesses, dozens of ambulances were sent towards this plant, which indicates a large number of victims among representatives of the armed forces of Ukraine and the North Atlantic Alliance.